So today's video will help you make the best smash burgers and answer a lot of your questions. The biggest one being, does it make a difference if you use lean versus medium versus extra lean ground beef for your smash burgers? And if there's no difference and it's all the same, then might as well stick with the extra lean one, right? But we'll find out really soon. I'll also tell you some other tips and tricks that I've found making these the past couple of weeks that will help you guarantee a perfect, juicy, crispy burger every time. So prep here is very important, and I have my spicy mayo prepared. My buns have been sliced. I'm just gonna broil them later on. Parchment paper squares, you can buy them or you can cut them yourself if you have patience. And onions, pickles if you want. Now I'm going to portion these out into 1.5 ounce balls. And basically it's going to be 2 patties per slider with a layer of cheese on both the patties. And as you're doing this, you want to make sure that first of all, you're not packing the meat tightly together. Keep it kind of loose, almost the way that you scoop it out. Just keep it as is. And there's a reason for that. So when you then smash it later on, those little loose bits will help it to spread out further. You'll have more edges that will in turn get crispier, getting you a better burger. Now I'm making these burgers in a cast iron, and while it's good that it heats up really well, it's going to give the smash burgers a really nice crust, the worst part is that rim, because you want to get in there and scrape the patty out to get that crust with it, but this just gets in the way, which then prevents you from making a bunch of burgers at the same time. So I'm going to be making maybe like 4 at a time, and a bench scraper will be perfect to just get that out really nicely. Now my cast iron is almost hot, and you want to make sure that even though it's seasoned, your cast iron, you don't add any oil to it, because no oil means your meat, when it hits the pan and you smash it, it's going to have more points of contact with that hot steel, giving it that crust that we're looking for. And there are a few ways you can basically make that crust and smash the burger. You can use like a heavy object like a can or something, like baked beans, or you can get like an actual like burger press, like a cast iron one that's heavy like this. Just makes it easier for you. Or you can just save the money, get a spatula and you press down on it, and with something else like another spoon, just push down, and that's going to help smash it in a really even kind of layer on the pan. And you want to go about 1/4 of an inch thin. So things can get pretty hot and heavy real quick while making this, because that pan is really hot and you need it to be hot so you can get that char. So just work fast, and that's why all that prep initially was very important. Now you can see I'm putting my whole body weight while pressing down on it to get that thinness. That's what's going to give you that crispiness. In the meanwhile, my buns have been lightly toasted with some homemade spicy aioli and some finely sliced onions. Now it's possible that your pan is not too hot, so I would suggest you do a tester and snack on that while you ensure that your pan is at the optimum temperature. Because if it is, then after you've seasoned the top side and then you flip it, you're going to get a nice golden brown color and crisp, just like that. And you can see I'm struggling moving that pan around so I can get a good angle of attack in flipping these patties with the help of the bench scraper. Now I have tried it using a fish spatula, but it's just too flexible, so it doesn't give you enough leverage to get all the crust out. And sometimes you'll have a fluke. Sometimes you will not get all the crust out, but most times you'll be fine. Whenever I failed to get the full crust out, is because my hands were burning with the steam you see escaping, just like this right now. It was too hot. The cheese will create a nice moist layer between the two patties because we are stacking one patty over the other. And you can see again, I have to move the pan, rotate it as needed just to get the ideal angle of attack so I don't burn myself. Now put these smash burgers on your prepared buns, and this is the most exciting time now. Time to compare, time to taste, and I realize some of them would be a bit cooler than the others because I'm not tasting them at the exact time that they were ready. I understand that. So take everything I'm saying with a big grain of salt. Also, yeah, I like pickles on my burgers. So this one here is medium, and I'm excited to try this one the most. This one is extra lean. It's definitely a bit tougher. Let's check the lean though. Yeah, definitely tougher. And then this one is lean. I mean, if I had to pick, I would be okay if I got a lean or a medium slider. And a lot of the times the medium ones are on sale more frequently than the extra lean one. While the extra lean ones and the lean ones are just more expensive, but because there's less fat in it. And the medium ones are usually cheaper. So if you have the calorie allotment or you don't care about that, then just get the medium, I would think. But there really is very slight difference between medium and lean, and I'll be happy with either option. But let me know what you think, what you prefer in the comments down below. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.